Hello, kabayan. Good evening na dito sa Calgary. And welcome to the Filipino Trailblazer podcast, where we feature innovative professionals and entrepreneurs here in Canada. And today we have our special guest, and I remember her during my time at SAIT. Naalala ko mga 2022-2023, orientation ng SAIT nun. Tinanong niya ako, Kuya, saan ba ano ba paano makahanap ng trabaho dito sa SAIT? Sabi ko, dapat mag-volunteer ka. And then from that moment, yun, nakilala ko na siya. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you Jam Castillo. Hey,
Hello po.
Jam.
Hi po, everyone.
All right. So, Jam, for those that don't know you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Anyway, thank you po sa pag-imbita sa akin dito. Um, super masaya po ako and thank you. Very grateful po ako. Anyway, I'm Jam Castillo. Ayan, originally from Baguio City, Philippines.
Nice.
Yan. So, super passionate po ako about building meaningful connections, helping others, and creating a positive impact wherever I go. Yun nga, na-meet ko si Kuya Paul sa SAIT. I recently graduated from SAIT with a business administration course, diploma, majoring in human resource management. And now, ito po, full-time working na po ako sa SAIT School of Business as admin assistant. Yan, sobrang buti na lang po andiyan sila Kuya Paul at saka madami pa pong ibang mga Filipinos na nung nagsisimula ako, di ko alam paano, pero dahil nandiyan sila, ang dami kong mga natutunan and guidance at yun, yung journey ko po dito sa Canada, sobrang naging madaming growth, resilience, and sobrang daming learnings. Yun, syempre personally and professionally. Sobrang daming iyak, alam mo yun, pagod, puyat, pero it's all worth it. Ayun po.
Nice, nice. So, Jam, when did you decide na pumunta sa Canada? Yung mga pinagdaanan mo?
Actually po, nag-decide po ako nung 2020, which was, I think,
COVID.
the COVID-19 pandemic. I never thought of going abroad. Kasi po ang paniniwala ko kung okey naman yung suweldo natin or yung kinikita natin sa Pilipinas, bakit pa tayo kailangang, umalis? So, I have been working po sa Philippines as an accounting staff. So, okey naman po as single, okey naman po yung suweldo natin and sa Baguio City po tayo medyo okey, hindi naman po gano'n kamahal, pero, puwede ka lang kumuha or magtanim ng sayote. So, puwede kang mabuhay po doon kaso parang nung pandemic po na nagsara lahat, do'n po ako medyo naapektuhan. More on ano po kasi talaga ako, um very extroverted ako. So, parang feeling ko nung nag-pandemic sobrang nakulong po ako. So, ah, ka dun ko po naisip na why not go out from my comfort zone. Kaya, dun po ako search. Actually, naging online English teacher din po ako. And then nakita ko yung advertisements and my friends abroad pero Australia. Dun ko na-realize na why not try another thing. So, um hindi po ako nag-research, medyo mahina po tayo sa pagre-research, but then I tried, registering for consultation po dun sa'tin. So, dun tayo sa nagkaroon po tayo ng agency, tinanong ko po lahat kung paano and ayun, 2022, thank God po nakarating po tayo dito. Almost 3 years na rin po yun pala, pero, looking back sobrang bilis ng panahon kasi 'di ba po from pandemic ang dami nangyari pero nung andito na tayo, wow, 'di ko alam na nakalagpas ako dun sa dark moments of my life. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
I can relate to that. Yan yung moment na nag-hudyat sa akin na, okay, maybe pla plano na natin na mag-move to a different country kasi iba na yung same sa'yo,
Mhm,
naging claustrophobic ako
mhm,
na nakulong tayo. So sabi ko gusto ko sa ibang lugar din, and also my family din decided na to give a better future for yung mga kids. So yun, that for me, same sa'yo,
mhm.
yun ang main reason bakit pumunta tayo sa Canada, and 2021 naman ako dumating dito. Um, so ano ba yung mga biggest hurdles, challenge na naranasan natin when you were moving here?
Napakadami po talaga, hindi 'pag pinag-usapan natin baka bukas na po tayo matapos. Pero the biggest challenge was siyempre adjusting to a completely new environment. Ayan, being away from family, siyempre adjusting to the cold weather, ito na, magso-snow. Ayan, and, also adapting to the cultural differences. Grabe po yung diversity dito sa Canada. Name it, anong nationality, andito na po siya. So, yeah, besides that, balancing part-time jobs, volunteering as well, at saka sobrang hirap po i-juggle lahat 'yon. Pero um, andito na po tayo, so why not? It was an answered prayer as well na makalabas tayo dun sa napakadilim na moment ng buhay natin. So there were moments that I felt lonely and overwhelmed at pagod na po ako. But those experiences helped me become stronger and more independent. Kaya syempre napakalayo po natin yung lahat ng mga pamilya. Meron akong family dito po pero nasanay po ako na ang dami kong mga kakilala dito on your own. 'Pag nagba-bus ka, nagte-train ka, on your own talaga, 2 hours. So, ayun, it helped me po na maging independent talaga. Nakakatakot man kasi wala kang malapitan. 'Di ba po, sa Philippines kapitbahay mo, andun na yung mga kamag-anak mo. Dito po
Oo.
medyo limited lang yung resources, human resources. So, ayun po siya.
Yeah, sa Pilipinas makakakatok ka sa neighbor mo, "Pahingi ng
Correct.
asin, pahingi nga ng sibuyas." 'To hindi, 'di ba?
Opo.
Yeah. So, nag-work ba yung sinabi ko sa'yo when we first met during the orientation na mag-volunteer ka, pakita mo yung skills mo
Mhm.
kasi before ka makita na, okey karapat-dapat ka bigyan ng position, nag-work ba yan siya?
Of course, kuya. Kaya super grateful ako sa'yo. Thank you. Ikaw yung isa sa mga first na nakilala ko talaga kasi si kuya isa sa mga board of directors ng SAIT sa dati. Ako volunteer lang at masaya ako na merong mga nagsi-step up na mga Pinoy. Kaya nung nakita ko siya, uy, parang feeling at home ako kasi kahit board of directors siya pero approachable. Tapos lahat, shinare niya lahat ng mga puwede kong gawin para maka-start ako as a student in Canada. Kaya
Shucks,
super thank you.
kakahiya naman.
Hindi, totoo kuya, promise. Nung una parang biglang nung nakita kita, "Ay Pilipino ba?" Nung una hindi ko pa nga alam na Pilipino ka, eh, medyo ang galing mo mag-English, eh. Joke lang. Pero nung nag-Tagalog ka na, grabe na yung comfort na naramdaman ko na, wow, thank you. May
Ah,
makakausap tayo dito.
well, yun naman yung talaga, like yung sa akin lang when pumunta ako dito sa Canada, luckily kasi yung, um, block namin is super supportive with each other. Like 3/4 yata ng pagsimula namin dito, puros
Mhm.
Pinoy kasama. And
Oh.
then we were helping each other, ano yung mga kalakaran, ano yung mga dapat gawin, mag-volunteer, ano yung dapat iwasan ng mga teacher, ganyan. Naranasan na din namin 'yun, like, gamit ka ng mga website, hanap ka ng iwasan mo ng mga teacher o iwasan mo ng mga courses,
Mhm.
ganyan.
Mhm.
Eto hiring dito, punta ka dito, or ito naghahanap sila ng volunteer, punta ka dito. So, sabi ko sa sarili ko, yeah, I think it's best if we help each other out kasi walang ibang tao na tutulong sa'yo, right?
Correct.
So, 'yun talaga yung ano. So, speaking of, student life, ano yung mga biggest lessons mo when you were still, studying, at SAIT?
Siyempre very challenging po for me kasi, parang pangalawang aral na po natin. We also had a bachelor's degree po sa Philippines. So, I think the biggest lesson I learned is the importance of time management, resilience, and humility talaga. Juggling school, work, and volunteering and taught me how to prioritize, stay disciplined, stay focused, and keep going even things felt tough. Yan. So, kung imagine niyo po, ako gigising ako ng 5 AM, biyahe ng 2 hours papuntang work. 8 to 4, nagwo-work ako as office assistant sa SAFE. Na-hire po ako after volunteering. 8 to 4, yun nga, yun po yung work ko. 4 to 6, lalabas ako for class. Um, Volunteer ako for student leadership roles, sometimes from 6 to 9. Tapos 9 to 12 trabaho ulit. Maglilinis ng kubeta at ng basura. Isa po ako sa mga cleaners ng SATE as well. So at least nasa in-campus lang ako. Uuwi ako ng 12 midnight kasama ang mga kasamahan nating sa train at bus na dun na sila natutulog at makakauwi ng 2 AM. So, yun pa lang po, grabe yung natutunan ko kada uwi ko, um, kada patak ng pawis sa paglilinis at yung, alam niyo po, nakikita niyo lahat ng dumi sa washroom, ganyan. But, sobrang it made me humble. Yung parang dati sa office po ako, ganyan, 'di ba, 'pag may mga food tayo binibigay natin sa mga janitor, mga cleaners, ganyan. Ngayon sa amin na po na ibibigay yun nung naging cleaner ako. Parang gusto kong, yung lulunukin ko ba 'to? Parang pero yeah, it made us so humble na, talagang parang puwede kang nasa taas minsan, nasa baba minsan. Pero as long as you're humble enough to accept na mababa po muna tayo, from scratch paulit tayo, babalik ulit tayo na starting, which I never imagined before kasi hindi nga po ako naglilinis ng washroom, eh, ng ng sarili kong bahay or sarili naming bahay. 'Di ba po, kahit sa kwarto man lang, hindi po talaga. Pero diyan, lahat ng washroom ng school nalinis natin at nakita natin lahat. So ayun, very, humbling experience po yun for me.
Wow, what an experience, ano? And siguro yung ibang mga tao na are planning to come here na parang malaking culture shock yan para sa kanila because they don't know na pagpunta mo dito, merong mga homeless, merong mga drug addict na
Yes.
naka-fentanyl kasama mo sa train pauwi.
Mhm.
Anong oras na? Delikado. Delikado for
Yes.
you kasi babae ka and
Mhm.
also dahil sa oras. At the same time, back to zero ka talaga. Like,
Super.
yung education mo sa Philippines is parang walang kwenta. Like, hindi nila rin-recognize dito, right? So, you
Yes,
have to
correct.
take your Canadian education
Mhm.
para ma-recognize nila and then, although work experience, mare-recognize nila. Pero again, how do you outshine other people is by volunteering, by showing na hard worker ka talaga, na
Yes.
dapat, um, karapat-dapat ka talaga sa trabaho versus um, maganap sila ng iba, right? So
Yes,
that's
correct.
one of the key things that I've learned as well.
Mhm.
So what about networking? Kasi nakita ko sa mga post mo na marami kang thank you sa sa mga experience mo. Ano yung mga lessons mo sa networking and why is it important?
Ay, grabe kuya. Kung alam mo lang, sinalihan ko lahat. Ay, hindi ko naman purpose na, 'di ba, ma-work in the future. Pero, siguro kahit noon pa when I was in the Philippines, talagang gusto ko lang talagang makilala yung iba't ibang different types of people and all. At very, sabi ko, extroverted po ako. Very willing to learn about so many types of people, kinds of people, personalities and the like. Pero dito kasi, dati sa Philippines, siyempre comfort zone mo yun, eh, napakadali lang. Pero dito siyempre kailangan natin mag-adjust din. Pero networking and volunteering opened so many doors for me. Yeah, I built genuine relationships with students, syempre yung mga friends ko, faculty and professionals, and halos nakilala ko na po lahat ng tao sa school. Yan, sa SAIT, sa school namin, sa SAIT. Yan, those connections led to opportunities like my first job at SAIT and my involvement in different leadership roles. Yan, so yung volunteering po not only boosted my resume but also gave me a sense of purpose and belonging. So nakakatuwa po kasi since kilala ko na lahat sa SAIT, nung pag-graduate na po ako, sinabihan ko sila lahat pagka malapit na ako graduate, please put me on the list pag merong job opening. And yun yung nangyari po after graduation, napakadali dahil kilala ka na nila. Nung ini-interview ka nila, alam na nila kung paano ka magtrabaho dahil nag-volunteer ka, kasama mo sila nagvo-volunteer, kasama mo sila sa lahat ng
Yeah.
mga events ng SAIT. So, it was just, madali na lang po siya kasi nag-network ka na eh. Kumbaga naka-build ka na ng relationships. Ayun po.
Yeah, another lesson that I've learned is yung importansya ng alam mo yung playing field na pinapasukan mo. Kunwari, sa SAIT, di ba, unionized yung SAIT and mahirap makahanap ng trabaho within SAIT
Mhm.
kasi, kung unionized is inuuna nila yung mga tenured um, employees na nag apply
Mhm.
versus new applicants.
Yes,
And also, yeah, you are correct na it's not what you know, it's who you know that puts you in better positions.
correct.
So, yeah, networking for me is really important kasi
Mhm.
dun mo nakikita nila yung value mo.
Yes.
At the same time, um, if may opening, di ba, alam na nila, di ba, kung sino, like, sino
Yes.
karapat-dapat, right?
Mhm.
So, on your work life, work na, tapos ka na,
Mhm.
um, ano yung mga nakikita mo when you transition the difference between your student life and your work life? I know sa SAIT ka rin
Mhm.
nagtrabaho and hindi ka na lumipat, di ba? Sa SAIT ka rin. Pero ano yung mga transition sa student life and work life mo na nakita mo?
Mhm. Um, Actually, yung transition was smoother than I expected po kasi, um, I started working as school assistant and receptionist as well, admin assistant sa School of Business right after graduating. So, since I was already familiar with the environment and the people as well, pati yung system po natin, registration and all, I felt like I never left, yun. So, however, siyempre, I still had to shift my mindset from being a student to being a professional. So, it meant taking on more responsibility and learning to manage my time differently. Dati as a student, siyempre yung sarili mo lang, pero yung mga data ngayon as an, employee,
Mhm.
ano na siya, kailangan na siya ng privacy, kailangan na siya ng care talaga na siyempre work na siya, talagang real world na siya. So it meant, na kailangan mong maging more responsible in taking good care of those, data na nalalaman mo na and
Yeah,
confidentiality as well, ayun po.
yeah. Very
Pero
important.
exciting po siya kasi you get to see the other side of the coin.
Nice, nice. Yeah, very important yung privacy. Ano, meron ka bang when you started working already, meron ka bang mga plano na didn't go as planned? And what have you learned from that experience when you transitioned from being a student to worker?
Um, there was a time po when I was balancing multiple responsibilities from school, work, and volunteering as well. Hindi ko po in-expect na mapapagod ako. Kasi siguro dun po sa 2 years na nag-aral ako, nagtrabaho ako ng dalawang trabaho, tas nag-volunteer ako. After ko pong grumaduate, parang nag-breakdown po talaga ako. Tinanggal ko lahat, tapos yung mga volunteering ko Meron 2 months po na nagpahinga lang ako, 3 months halos 'di ko po inasikaso yung kasi ang next step po natin siyempre nagpe-prepare na dapat for PR. Pero wala po talaga, as in hindi ko alam ba't hindi gumagana pero siguro, um, I felt terrible lang talaga. Gusto ko lang magkaroon ng peace muna bago ko parang kumbaga nung nakuha ko yung job ko parang, nag-relax ako ng sobra. Pero siyempre as we go along nami-meet ko rin yung mga lalo na po ngayon na yung mga ka-workmates ko, eh, dating ka-batch ko din sa school and all. Hindi ako nag-quit. So, na-motivate ako from them na, "Uy, tara na gawin na natin yung pang PR natin." So, um, siyempre there would be so many times na mapapagod po tayo, pero it's very important that you have your support system and sobrang take breaks seriously talaga po and, as much as possible go, uh socialize with people as well, yung wala kang iisiping work or wala kang iisiping kahit ano. Pero kung gusto mo ng me time as well, puwede rin. Pero gumawa ka ng something na, will make you happy. Hindi lang yung dahil napakaseryoso mo na 'di goal may goal nga tayong lahat. Minsan naka-focus na natin, 'di natin alam na physically, emotionally drained na tayo. So I think sobrang importante po nun
Nice.
sa'tin.
So, yung mga and correct me if I'm wrong, yung mga kabatchmate mo din was your close friends and they were your support systems?
Actually hindi po kasi yung dati kong friends talaga na from the start, iba-iba yung napuntahan namin. Pero yung mga ka-work ko po ngayon, sila po yung lagi kong kasama siyempre. Pero hindi naman nawawala yung communication din from the past friends that we had. Meron kunyari si Ate Ojin, kung makikinig ka man, Ojin Bonado, at least sa SAIT pa rin siya, different department nga lang pero grabe po yung pangungumusta niya kahit napakalayo namin, 'di na kami mag-meet ngayon, pero safe pa rin. Ayun po.
Ah, nice, nice. But, yeah, you're actually correct. Ako magko-comment lang ako ng konti. Kasi yung support system, kasi wala tayong mga family dito or kung meron man malayo, right? Support system natin is kapwa Pilipino natin, workmates natin, and importante yan because, they're the one pushing us and say, okay, mag-PR ka na, ano ito
Mhm,
yung mga papeles mo, ganyan,
mhm,
ito yung gagawin mo. It also gives you competition within the circle na din na,
mhm,
ginawa niya na 'to, dapat gawin ko na 'to. Nag-self-pip na siya, dapat gawin ko na 'to.
mhm,
So, parang may konting competition din
mhm,
within ourselves. Healthy competition naman, hindi naman like payabangan or ano.
mhm.
Pero at least, 'di ba, nakikita mo na everyone is moving forward and that's the most important thing. Everyone is pushing forward. Yeah,
Yes,
and yeah, I can actually relate yung sinabi mo na importante talaga yung circle of friends mo dito, right?
yes.
So, I know nakita ko sa post mo and that's why I wanted na to invite you here in this platform is you got, I think last year you got this President's Medal Award from SAIT. And can you tell us about it and what was the category and why? And sorry, what was the category and what did you expect from that?
Okay po, hindi ko po talaga in-expect 'to, pero the President's Medal is SAIT's prestigious honor, recognizing a student who demonstrates resilience, academic excellence, and leadership. So, receiving this award was one of the most humbling and rewarding moments of my life po kasi I never expected na magkakaroon ako ng ganitong award. It reflected all the hard work, sacrifices, and dedication I put into my journey as an international student. It was also a reminder that every challenge I faced had a purpose and I was seen and valued for my efforts. Sa Pinas po, wala lang ang volunteering, pero dito, it's very important and people really recognize it. Ay, never ko talaga po in-expect na nakikita pala yung mga hard work na ginagawa ko. na akala ko nakakatulong lang ako kasi I find joy helping people, lalo 'pag mentor ka. Siyempre may gina-guide kang mga students, student leader ka, tumutulong ka sa admin sa school, and 'pag nagvo-volunteer ka sa mga open house and all, you find meaning to it po. Pero I never realized na sobra pala yung nagiging impact po niya, which kaya na-nominate tayo, at yung na-nominate po ako sobrang di pa nga ako makapaniwala, eh, kasi yung instructor po namin yung kumausap sa'min na before pa, actually it was the start of the semester, last semester ko na po yun. Before pa nung last semester sinabihan niya na kami na, mino-motivate niya kami na, galingan pa namin sa ano namin, sa studies namin, kasi hindi lang about volunteering as well, kailangan, hindi mo rin napapabayaan yung studies mo. So, grabe po yung, um, surprise ko nung after ilang months na ni-nominate niya ako, after ilang months na nagkaroon ng decision, kasi hindi po talaga ako makapaniwala. Sino ba ako, naglilinis lang ako. Pero ayun po, na-recognize po yung, lahat ng sacrifices na ginawa natin. Halos tumitira na po ako sa state. Sabi ko nga 3 hours, 4 hours lang yung o pagkauwi ko talagang kuha lang ng gamit, ligo, tapos alis na ulit. Halos di ko na nakikita yung pamilya ko. I mean, kasi nag-stay po ako with my brother and his family. So, 'yan, sacrifice. So, sabi ko magkita-kita na lang tayo pagka-graduate ko. Which ngayon, tina-try po natin bumawi din. Kaya ayun po, itong President's Medal Award, sabi ko nga po, nahihiya man akong tanggapin siya kasi feeling ko hindi ko deserve, kasi mas madami pang mas deserve. Pero tinatanggap ko po siya, baka may purpose na baka maka-share din ako or maka-inspire din ako ng ibang mga international students, lalo na mga Pilipinong kagaya po natin na nagsa-struggle din. Ayun po.
Wow, exactly. Yun ang talaga yung ano, like your hard work, nakikita nila. Also, lahat ng pagod, yung iyak mo, nakikita nila. That sacrifice, wow, very special award and congratulations, Jam.
Thank you po.
Yung masasabi ko lang is all your hard work na-recognize. And not only that, kahit ako nakikita ko yung mga post, I would say na 100% proud ako sa na-achieve mo because of your hard work, because pinakita mo yung art of volunteerism, networking, and also helping other people. And for me, importante yun is like I myself are paying it forward to other people, and then nakikita ko na ikaw tumutulong ka din sa iba. So yeah, it's very
Thank you, kuya.
heartwarming, I guess.
Yes, kuya. Thank you. Kaya po sobrang proud ako na yun nga, siyempre Pilipinas represent tayo. At dahil din sa tulong ng Filipino community na naging community po natin sa SAIT, ayan, na sila yung nag-ano talaga, feeling comfortable ka kasi nakikita mo madaming mga Pilipino rin sa SAIT mismo. So, feeling at home ka din, gano'n. Kaya salamat po sa mga talagang Kuya Paul. Thank you.
Speaking of mentoring, meron ka bang mga mini-mentor ngayon na mga tao like sa students sa SAIT?
Oo, kuya, as of the moment, yung mga dati po kasi, dati po ako naging vice president ng isang club, and then yung mga, dati ako yung graduating na lang. So, lahat sila student pa rin hanggang ngayon. Hanggang ngayon nagpapa-mentor pa sila kung anong gagawin for the club and all. So, sobrang happy ko po kasi, bina-value nila yung mga lessons na ini-impart ko sa kanila, yung mga tinuturo ko na na-experience ko din. So, nag-join pa rin po ako sa English Conversation Partner, yung maka-share man lang ba dun sa mga, students na second language nila, which sobrang tulong talaga, second language nilang English. So, kahit yung once a week lang kayo magmi-meet, hindi man siya yung formal na tuturuan mo mag-English, pero yung talking to them very
Yeah,
regularly, sobrang helpful for them na maging comfortable, na maging confident sa pagsaliting
yeah,
English din.
agree.
So, ayan
Kasi
po.
paano kung nalalaman mo yung English pero hindi ka naman nagpa-practice, 'di ba? So,
Yes.
like hindi mo napra-practice, hindi kan wala kang ka-conversation, So you'll never improve, 'di ba?
Yes po.
Speaking of improvement, meron ka bang mga improvement tips na ginawa sa sarili mo or advice from others na ito yung gagawin para maging okay ako sa work, ganyan?
Sobrang dami po kasi yun nga, I was fortunate m to have mentors who guided me, believed in me, and encouraged me to push beyond my limits, ayan. So, sobra po yung support na na-gain ko from them. So, ang mga tip ko lang din sa mga, mini-mentor ko po palagi na, listen and be willing to learn. Yun po yung lagi kong kasi kahit na
Yan,
ako po, if hindi po ako naging willing to learn kasi puwede ko sabihin sa sarili ko, "Ay alam ko na 'to kasi nag-graduate na tayo and all." Pero no, if you are willing to learn something new, 'yan sobrang dami ka pa aside from sa mga alam mo na sobrang dami ka pang matututunan. And 'yun, sabi niyo nga po, I try to pay it forward po, lalo sa mentoring students and fellow Filipinos as well. Sharing my experience, sobrang ano po, importante po nung experience na ay naranasan ko rin 'to, ito yung ginawa ko. Hindi man maging effective sa'yo, pero try mo lang at least may puwede ka pang gawin. Yun po
yeah.
yung mga, um, ah, yun.
Yeah, yun ang ano, for me, experience ng iba might not work for you, 'di ba?
Yes.
But, it worked for them.
Mhm,
Maybe yun talaga yung actual pathway para ma-experience mo yung sa sarili mo. So,
mhm.
try mo din, 'di ba? Baka
Yes.
sa'yo mag-work and it will really work for you then. Do you have any tips sa mga kapwa Pilipino na next generation of international students or next generation of workers dito sa Canada? Do you have any tips for them how to be like you?
Wow, how do you po? Yung tip ko lang po as I've said po na, just be willing to learn and get out from your comfort zone. Kailangan niyo pong ano, i-change yung mindset yun na nasa ibang lugar na kayo. Be willing to learn and unlearn as well kasi may mga natutunan tayo sa Philippines na, pang Philippines lang siya na culture. Dito sobrang kailangan mo i-open yourself to all the opportunities, to all the possibilities na pwede mong matutunan and hindi dapat matutunan. I mean, of course, you have to keep your values as well, keep your culture, or just be open na i-acknowledge mo na may ibang mga differences din tayo with other nationalities as well. So,
Yan,
yun po.
very nice. Yan ang secret sauce ni Jam. Secret sauce ni Jam. And hopefully, for all of you listeners, like, it's not about just hard work and also like volunteering, networking. It's also, you need to make sure na you're preparing yourself for the ride. Kumbaga, nag-upgrade ka, you're preparing for yourself for the role. Kasi if you're just gonna hard work,
Mhm.
maraming hard worker diyan, eh. Hindi ka
Yes.
nagiging 'di ba, hindi ka nag-a-outshine, hindi ka na nakikita na, okay, iba pala siya kaysa sa iba. So, 'yan, very nice secret sauce. Thank you, Jam, for sharing your story.
Thank you din po.
Alright, well, thank you so much and I hope may kayong nalaman. Jam, thank you for
Salamat
coming
din
in
po.
this platform and I know kinukulit kita.
'Di
Ilang
naman po.
weeks na Ilang weeks na kitang kinukulit. Nagka-problema pa tayo, tech problem pa before starting this podcast. Pero yan, maraming salamat, Jam. You're
Yeah.
one of the most inspirational person here in Calgary and
Wow.
keep it up. Hope na mag-meet ulit.
Yes.
Maybe pumunta
Mhm.
ako dyan, magkape tayo.
Yes, kuya.
And yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you rin po and I'm taking this opportunity po to thank Kuya Paul as well. Sobrang excited ko, hindi ko man alam kung para saan yung podcast, nag-oo lang ako kasi I'm excited po to share my story as well. And, hindi ko man alam kung sino po yung mga audience natin, pero thank you po for ayan, for listening and, salamat din po kung sino mga makakapanood po dito na mga pamilya ko po, mga kakilala ko sa Philippines or mga friends ko. Super thank you. Hindi wala po ako sa harap niyo, totoo pala yun. Kung hindi po dahil sa inyo. And of course, everything that I do po, I always give um, the credit to God as well. And thank you po sa inyong lahat. Salamat Kuya Paul for the opportunity. Ayan, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. And that's the pod.